Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to ride on the Laos-China Railway. The Laos section is approximately 414 kilometers long. It costs $6 billion to build and goes from the Laos-China border of Botan to the Laos capital of Vientiane. In its first year of operation, on the Laos side it carried 1.3 million passengers and 11.2 million tons of cargo. The line starts in the Chinese city of Kunming and will eventually go right through to the capital city of Thailand, Bangkok. And today we're going to ride it together, so stay tuned. So something that's really cool, I've got the taxi to go and buy my tickets and the guy is driving a BYD. How about that? But it's great to see that Lao people are driving around in Chinese EVs. I've come to buy my ticket for the train. It seems there's already quite a lot of people waiting here. It's now it's 9:50 and it opens at 10 o'clock, so I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that I can get a ticket to ride on this Lao semi-high-speed train. And I've just spotted right next to the ticket office there's a bank, and look what bank it is. Well, the line is certainly moving very, very slowly. I've been here almost an hour now and I'm still some way from the front, as you can see. Okay, so it's almost my turn now. Not far to go. So this really helpful young lady really helped me, because I find when you go to pay, you can't pay by Visa card or cash. You can only pay by a transfer from a Lao bank, and of course I'm not able to do that. So what this young lady did for me, she paid for the ticket with her bank transfer and then I gave her the cash. So without this lady here I would have been really stuck. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
This is Lao culture.
Yeah. Lao people are so friendly, yeah. Her English is great too, so yeah, it's really good. Thank you so much.
Yes, welcome.
So this is my ticket, and they didn't have any first or business class, so this is the standard class ticket, and the train is at 7:30 tomorrow. So I have to be at the station really quite early. So I'm walking around Vientiane and I'm trying to find an ATM because I've basically used up all my cash. And I've actually just spotted a Starbucks over here. So I'm gonna go and check out this Starbucks, because I haven't had a Starbucks coffee since I've arrived here. I've been to some other places for a coffee, but the coffees are very, very small, so I'm looking forward to a Starbucks venti latte. So it's interesting to see what different things they have at Starbucks in different countries. But something quite interesting here, which I've never ever seen ever, is a strawberry sandwich. Strawberry sandwich. Now, for me as a Westerner, that is a weird one. We generally don't put fruit on sandwiches, especially strawberries.
Hello, Mr. Lee. Hot latte is already.
Thank you very much, sir. Oh, a little bit hot, but that tastes good. So it's been a while. And yet another Chinese brand, one of my favourites actually. Li Ning are also here. It seems that a lot of Chinese companies have quite a big presence here, which is it surprised me actually. I didn't expect that. Laos is a country that's obviously not as developed as China, but Chinese companies are certainly making their mark in the market here and getting their brands to Lao consumers, which is really good. So you know me, I couldn't walk past a Li Ning shop without treating myself to some Li Ning stuff. Anyway, I've got my ticket. I'll see you in the morning when we get in on the train. Good morning. So I've got my taxi. I've now arrived here at Vientiane station, and it's just before 7 o'clock, so I'm about half an hour before my train leaves. So I'm going to have a little look around the station before we get on the train. It looks quite busy, busier than I expected. So there's a member of staff checking all the tickets here before we enter the station. Thank you. So I'm clear to go in the station. Let's go have a look. Thank you. Right, I'm in carriage 3 on seat 4F. So let's go find that. Getting on. Hello. 4F. Okay, so 2, 3, 4.
ขอให้บรรดาทานนำกระเป๋าและเครื่องติดตัวของ
So as you can see, it's very, very similar inside in design to the high-speed trains that you're used to traveling around on in China, and that's because the carriages and the rolling stock are made by a Chinese company.
สำหรับกระเป๋าเดินทางขนาดนี้ Go over the luggage like show very fun down and helping others. Thank you for your cooperation. Please get your tickets and fill the retirement card and help us with the tickets.
Again, the toilets pretty similar to that of what's on a Chinese train. How do you do? Standard Western style toilet. Wash basin and amenities just there. So yeah, that's the toilet. Don't want to spend too much time in here. And then of course this is what you get on all Chinese trains, a hot water dispenser for your Pao Mian. So we just had a snack trolley round, and on that snack trolley there was things like Pepsi, there was water, there was some dried bananas, some sandwiches, but this is stuff you had to pay for. It's not free of charge, obviously. Something else that's quite interesting, all the announcements are made first in Lao, and then in Chinese, and then in English. So all announcements are made in 3 languages. Anyway, I'm arriving at my station now, which is Vientiane Vieng. So I'm going to get off here, and then I need to go and try and buy a ticket to get back to Vientiane. The time's gone really fast. I'm not sure what the speed of the train is. I think it's about 160 kilometers an hour, but I need to double check that because I'm not 100% sure. Here it is, show the ticket to the lady, and she scans the ticket, and it's all good. Thank you very much. So now I'm outside the station, and I need to go and find where I can buy a ticket. So I've now come to try and buy my ticket to get back to Vientiane today. And I've been told there's a train at 2:29, so that's the one I'm going to try and get a ticket for. So I'm in the ticket office right now, and let's see how we go. So great news is that I've managed to get myself a ticket to get back to Vientiane. Another good thing is that I was able to pay cash here. At the place I was yesterday, not able to pay cash, but here I was able to pay cash. And I've also got a first class ticket, so we're going to see what first class is like. So back inside Vang Vieng station for the journey back to Vientiane. I'm going to have a sit down now and then wait till they call us to board the train. So one thing I just make you aware of at Vang Vieng station, there's actually nowhere within the station to get something to eat or drink, no snack, no nothing. So I've learnt the hard way. I literally have a bottle of water which I brought with me, but I haven't been able to get anything to eat. But there's no coffee, no snacks, nothing in here, so just something to bear in mind if you are coming in here. To carriage 7. Hello. Seven D. This looks like mine here. So very similar to the layout of the high-speed trains in China, where in the first class you have a 2+2 and the seats are slightly wider and they also recline, which the ones in second class don't. Actually, I've also noticed we also have a table here, as you can see here, so I can get this table out and unpack it, and there's a table there to work on. And also very similar to the high-speed trains in China, they do have a business class section just behind me. I'm not going to go in because I don't have a ticket for there, and there is quite a few people in there, so I don't want to disturb them, but it is pretty much identical to what I've experienced on Chinese high-speed trains. So it's about an hour back to Vientiane, where I started my journey this morning. So during that time I'm going to kick back and relax a little. Thank you. So I'm back at Vientiane station, which is where I started this morning. I hope that's given you a bit of insight into the China-Laos Railway. This is something that China helped Laos build, or built for Laos, and is part of their Belt and Road Initiative, helping developing countries build their infrastructure. But anyway, I'm off to find a coffee now. So as always, for now, take care.